Of Carini Arts. I had an afternoon of painting today, finished up a couple pieces, have not shared them on social media, like literally just finished these up like an hour ago. So you get to see them first. Been making a lot of work lately, been very production heavy in the studio. I'm up to 6 galleries right now that I'm currently in, and several are wanting more inventory. So I've been working on a lot of these minis, like you can see some of them back here. I've been trying to make some smaller, more affordable work, kind of dealing with the difficult economic times that we're in. The art market is struggling right now for many people. I'm not going to say for everybody, but for a lot of people, myself included, because people don't have the budget that they once did for art. Shipping costs are through the roof, material costs are through the roof, and so I'm trying to navigate that by creating work that's more accessible to people. Not only that, but smaller work means less material cost and that shipping is more economical than it would be for larger pieces. So that's what we got to do as artists. We have to find creative solutions and navigate through the difficult times. And I'm committed to showing people that this dream is possible. For those of you that know or don't know me, I try to be very transparent on this journey. I'm a full time career artist, but it's not easy. I have some successes and I try to share those with you. But I also navigate a lot of struggles. I don't come from money, I don't come from great abundance or a lot of resources. So I've had to work my way up and I've had to hustle and I've had to sacrifice. And I basically am committed to this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But I'm living my purpose, my calling, and it's worth it to me to do this. But I know we all have our own paths, our own journeys. Some of you may have different circumstances where that's not possible for you. Some of you will say it's not practical, but it wasn't practical for me. But I ultimately had to choose the impractical road because I was ready to give up on life. And in 2019, June 19th, 2019, I walked out of that corporate world and said, I can never go back to that because I knew that it was going to be the death of me. And so, coming up on 6 years, I've been doing this completely. Like, I was doing this before. I was just running my own business while working for somebody else. So, I was drained then, I'm drained now, but at least now I'm drained because I'm hustling for my dream, for my passion. So I at least know that I'm working towards something that I want. And so that is rewarding. And I consider that a success, even in the struggles. Because one of the hard lessons I've learned in life is that even the easy road has challenges. There are no guarantees. There are going to be obstacles. There is going to be hard in life on both roads. So if there's going to be hard on both roads, why not choose the road that leads in the direction of your dream? Because at least in choosing this road, the difficult road of my dream, I will not look back having lived a life filled with regret. I will know, however far I get in life, that it's because of the choices that I made. But I will push myself as far as I can go until my last breath. But I'm grateful for each and every day that I get to wake up and create and share the stories with you. Even the days that things don't perform super well or that I have struggles with the different platforms, that's just life. But I'm grateful, and I'm trying to focus on the mindfulness these days. I'm grateful and blessed because I make my living as an artist. And it is possible. You can do it too. It is possible. It is not easy, but it is possible. And so living in San Diego, cost of living here is really, really high. And despite living a really basic life, it's been a challenge to make it through right now as an artist because of everything going on in the world. And I think that the world really needs hope right now. We really need love. There's a lot of anger and a lot of hatred. And if you just put on the TV or you turn on anything, like you open up an app, the first thing you see, there's going to be something that's just instigating, like rage bait. And there's so much of that. And it feels like there's not nearly enough love, enough encouragement, enough honesty. Even on social media, the stuff that you like, a lot of times it's people talking about how successful they are. Oh, you want to make 6 figures, blah, 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 do this, do this. there's a lot of deception. There's a lot of people pretending and playing roles, and I don't know. Maybe at times, if I'm being honest, maybe sometimes I'm playing a role a little bit too. But I like to think that I'm just different things at different times. But I do try to be transparent, and I try to share the successes, but I also try to share the struggles because I think it's important for you to hear that and to know that, yes, I am a career artist, but there are a lot of days that it feels like the dream's not working. So if you feel like your dream is not working, it doesn't mean that it won't work. It just means that maybe everything is not going quite as you want it, but that's kind of life. You have to work through that. It's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows. It's not going to be a situation where every day you wake up and everything goes exactly as you plan. There are going to be hurdles. There are going to be obstacles, particularly if you're dreaming big. Like if everything's coming easy, you're probably not dreaming big enough. So that's something to contemplate as well. But just know that obstacles are part of the journey. So don't take obstacles as an indication that you should give up and quit. Now, if you do give up and quit, you're going to be opening the door for somebody else that is not going to give up and quit. And so that's kind of my philosophy when it comes to the art, is that if I just keep going, if I'm just relentless and obstinate and refuse to quit, during these challenging times, other people are going to quit. And I don't want them to quit. I don't want to see other people quit. I'm not trying to be better than anybody else, but people are going to quit. And so if I just keep going, I keep getting up, I keep coming back, I keep showing up, I keep putting in the work, that's how you make it work. So there's no real secret to success as an artist. I mean, yeah, if you're born with a ton of money and you have a bunch of connections, it definitely helps. But I was not born with either of those. But I make it work. You work with whatever life gives you, with whatever you have, and you make the best of it. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to have the. I'm grateful for the struggle and the opportunity to have the struggle to show you that it is possible and that you can do it too. Because I know that if I can do it and get as far as I've gotten, that you can as well. So I'm just going to read through some of the comments real quick. So we got a comment. I'm in a rough patch, but I'm on my way. Yeah, and you're always planting the seeds and putting in the work. And a lot of times I talk about fitness, or I'm big into fitness, and I really correlate the mentality of the fitness with the mentality of the art. Like tomorrow's Saturday, so on Saturdays I get up and I run 6 miles. It doesn't matter if it's raining. It doesn't matter if it's 100 degrees out. On Saturdays I get up and I run 6 miles. It's what I do. A lot of days I don't want to do it, but it's what I do, so I do it. And it's uncomfortable. At times it sucks. At times it hurts. But it's like when you run into creative block. People say, well, I have creative block, or I'm not feeling motivated. I'm going to wait until I'm motivated or the block goes away. Sometimes the block doesn't go away. And the longer that you are away from it, the easier it can be to stay away from it. So sometimes what you may need to do is just do the thing. Or you may need a break, and there's nothing wrong with taking breaks, but there's a time where you may need to say, okay, you know what? I took a break, and now I need to recognize that it's time for me to get back to work. Now I'm not quite ready to dive headfirst in, but maybe you just need to warm up. So a lot of times you may need to warm up the creative muscles the same way you would the physical muscles. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll do something really light, like I'll paint the edges of my canvas, or I'll do some priming, or I'll arrange the studio, my colors, something like that. But I'm telling you, the baby steps add up. So the journey gets rough, but keep going, keep taking those baby steps. And if you take little baby steps each and every day, in a month, in a year, in 5 years, you'll be amazed how far you've come. Because I don't feel like I've done anything like super big in terms of steps. I feel like it's just been baby step, baby step, baby step, baby step, baby step, over and over and over again, relentlessly. And I feel like that's why I am where I am today. So we're all on our own journeys. Your journey may have a different path, and that's totally okay. So that's the other thing I tell people, is that when I share my experience as an artist, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just trying to let you know what I did so that it may help you on your journey. So read one last comment. That's how I feel also doing my art journey and weight loss journey at the same time. Yeah, like, so today I finished up the painting and I went and got some Mexican food, but tomorrow's run day, so if I gotta run a little bit extra, put in a little extra work, then that's what we'll do. But I'll try to do more live feeds here on YouTube moving forward. I'm kind of testing the different platforms to see where the engagement is. I am not getting a lot of people on the live feeds on any of the platforms, but hey, like I said, you try things, you put in the work, and if something doesn't work, well, you get up tomorrow and you try something else. So someone said, I like guitar. It's a fun way to help with stress. Same with workouts. Yeah, absolutely. I feel like a lot of the arts are very much tied to the workouts or the mentality, and so that's kind of my thought process with all the stuff that I do. And for me, I'm a neurodivergent artist. I have Tourette's. I also have a traumatic brain injury, a couple traumatic brain injuries, and so I'm very like, boom, like can't be interrupted, like focused type of person, obsessive, and I use what life gives me, the hand that life dealt me, to make my dream work. So if I'm an obsessed person, we'll make that obsession work for the dream. Be obsessed about being committed about making sure that you're doing your posts and that you're making the work and that you're doing these things. And I'm telling you, whatever hand life dealt you, there's a way that you can make that work for you. And I'm excited to see what you do with that. So I will see you next time. Take care.